All right, so we're here with Bob Strother today, and Bob, tell us a little bit about this arrangement, who brought it in, why they brought it in, and what you plan on
Well, it has
transforming.
been disheveled, and they want it redone, and I made this probably about 30 years ago, so the quality of the flowers are excellent.
30 years ago you made this, and
Yeah,
here are
for-
the quality of the
For
flowers.
the temple.
Now these flowers, these are actually artificial.
They're
but
silk.
they're silk. They're made of silk, and even 30 years ago, the quality still looks pretty
Oh, the
goddamn
quality
good.
was better then than it is now.
Really?
Oh, yes.
So what do you think has contributed to that? The decrease in quality?
People don't demand quality, they just buy junk.
Oh, it's as simple as that. Huh?
And it's, they're in a hurry and they just go in and buy whatever they can find. They don't pay any attention to the quality of the product.
I mean, that is an amazing hydrangea.
And that iris is amazing.
It's incredible.
And this atrium here, alien.
Alien. You're right. I mean, the detail in that.
Okay, I'm
being
gonna pull
30 years
this
old.
apart and sort them out so I'll know what I've got to work with.
What do you look for in a quality artificial flower?
Well, how real it is how do you compare it to the real? Like the petals and the detail of the flower is important. So if it has been constructed to resemble the real, then they've taken a lot of pains in perfecting the flower itself.
So what do you think is the biggest difference between an amateur and a professional floral designer in your mind? What do you, over the years in your experience, and because you've designed with a lot of really good professional floral designers, and then you've seen everything in between and just starting out, what would you say is the biggest difference in turning
Well,
amateur to professional?
One thing is time. It takes time to perfect your technique.
Okay.
And then, you know, an amateur is just hit and miss. They don't have, or they haven't had instruction.
Okay.
Now, if they have the ability and the talent. See, I had a school here for 25 years, and I taught people from all over the United States. And I could tell after a couple of days when they started handling the fresh flowers whether they were going to be able to do it or not, and I would tell them, you know, you need to find something else because you're never going to make it.
Right.
You can do it for your own home use and what have you, but
Right.
not on a professional standard.
So here, turn it this way.
Well, I'm going to put it
Oh,
in
you-
the container.
Oh, okay.
That's going in.
But this is the silver container. You guys polished that.
Yeah.
It was black, by the way. So that is silver.
Yeah.
So that's the finished product there. All right. So we have a few. Joe, I'm going to relate this to tennis because this is what I do now. So in tennis we have the science of coaching, the science behind it. We have the art of coaching, which is the creativity, and then we have the trial and error. So those three things: trial and error, the art of coaching, and the science of coaching. So what about designing professionally? Like, there's the art of designing,
Yep.
there's the science behind it, and then there's the trial and error. So go
Yeah.
through, what does it take to go from amateur to professional status in floral design?
Well, if you have the innate qualities, it only takes time.
Okay.
You've got to perfect the technique in putting it together in the arrangement.
And so how important do mentors or apprenticeship play in that role of perfecting your talent? Like,
Well,
a lot of people, they want to just go ahead and open up a store. What would you recommend And what was your story? Like, how did you do it? Tell
Well,
your story.
what I did, I went to work for 4 other people for 4 years.
So for
Different
4
times.
years total.
A 4-year
You-
total
you
with
worked
4
for-
different people in the flower business.
And were they all similar operations?
Not, they were similar, but there was a lot of different detail, particularly the shop that I worked for in New York.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about New York and what was unique about working in that.
It was upscale. They were in Bronxville, which was an upscale neighborhood,
Right.
and the people didn't mind paying for what they were getting, and it was big money.
So higher quality flowers, larger arrangements, or more detailed design.
More detailed design and more custom design for the individual to fit their apartment or home.
Okay.
We would design accordingly.
And how old were you then?
28.
28. And so you were there a year. And then what about the other 3 shops? What about working there?
Well,
What did
they
you learn?
were just regular flower shops, which I picked up a lot of experience and developed a technique in those shops myself. I opened Wakestone Gardens in Raleigh in 1961 and was there for almost, well, a year and a half. And then I opened my own shop here in Cary in 1962,
1962. Okay.
July 1962.
Great. Well, that is a far cry from what we saw earlier in the video. Show the depth. Go ahead and flip it around 360. Dad will see the 360 effect. There it is. And the finished back. There's the finished back there. Keep on flipping it. All right.
That's using all the same flowers in the old arrangement, just refurbishing the look.
So you didn't add a thing to what you had, you just
Right.
redesigned it. 21st century style. All right.